How far would you go to protect a child? Would you break the law if you thought you had to?
Joyce Murphy of La Jolla knows the answer to those questions. She did break the law and was punished. IT reporter Lauren Reynolds reveals new information Murphy says proves her actions were necessary.
Careful with Dolly.
A beautiful little girl named Sarah, a late-in-life surprise for Joyce Murphy, told she couldn't have children.
I was ecstatic.
It was idyllic at first for Murphy, a researcher for 20 years at UC San Diego, married to Henry Parson.
In the beginning, he was very charming.
But as Sarah grew, Murphy says her husband's behavior became disturbing.
He would wake me up 2 o'clock in the morning and tell me about pornography he'd seen that he wanted to reenact, and it was pornography about kids.
She became frightened of his post-traumatic stress disorder from his tour in Vietnam, including a story about raping villagers. She filed for divorce in 2002. Sarah was 6.
A battle ensued here in family court, with Parson asking not just for visitation, he wanted full custody.
Sarah was frightened of her father, Murphy says.
She would cry if she had to be left with him.
The young girl told a doctor how her father hurt her when he was angry. Child Protective Services termed the incident inconclusive.
And from that point on, I was demonized by the courts.
She was viewed as a delusional, argumentative troublemaker, while Parson was seen more favorably. One therapist appointed by family court, Marilyn Marshall, wrote that Mr. Parson was no danger to anyone, especially his daughter. The assessment gave no hint as to what was to come.
So this therapist said that it was my fears of the father that was making the child afraid.
Murphy argued with the therapist.
She got very angry with me, telling me that she was the psychologist, not me, and that she could make my life miserable.
Her life was about to get miserable. At the request of the child's court-appointed attorney, Parson was granted immediate overnight visits.
And I just broke. I thought, either I go to jail or I protect my child.
Joyce Murphy took Sarah and ran. She was arrested in Florida, was brought to San Diego, and tossed into jail. She eventually pled no contest to felony kidnapping, accepting the charge without admitting guilt. She was placed on probation.
I was told I was toxic to my daughter.
She managed to keep her university job, but she lost Sarah to Parson and was granted only limited visitation.
I couldn't believe it. I thought, all I'm trying to do is protect my child.
So she waited and worried for 6 years until a call last November. Murphy had to pick up her daughter because another young girl had bravely come forward accusing Henry Parson of molesting her.
This man is a monster, and he hurt little girls.
3 little girls, according to this criminal complaint, 2 of them younger than 14. The charges include oral sex with a child, molestation, possessing child porn, and using a child to make porn. The defendants' computers and camera were seized, revealed numerous photographs of young girls. Joyce Murphy feels vindicated, but it's bittersweet.
I blame the entire family court system because they are not held accountable.
Is family court doing a good job?
Family court is doing an excellent job.
Lorna Oxney is the supervising judge for family court, where each judge juggles 200 to 300 cases every month. She can't comment on Murphy's case, but acknowledges the need for improvement in how custody cases are decided.
Family court has, I think statewide, has some issues on how do you really make a determination on where children should live.
Joyce Murphy says family court's only good decision was granting her full, permanent custody of her Sarah after her ex-husband was jailed.
Henry Parson's daughter is not one of the victims alleged in the criminal complaint. He declined to speak with me. His attorney does not comment on pending cases. With photojournalist Christian Cáceres, I'm Lauren Reynolds, 10 News.
There was one person in family court who raised a question about Parson's behavior 3 years ago. What she said he did tomorrow on 10 News Live at 5 a.m. Plus, what one local critic to family court says needs to be done.